What's going on, everyone? My name's Encore. Welcome to Tomorrow Never Comes. And today I wanted to take you guys through a different platform for NFTs, a different protocol for NFTs called Cardano. You may have heard of it. There's always quite a bit of buzz around it. Very strong community. It's got much to prove, but definitely quite a bit of support. So if you're not familiar with Cardano, think of it like Ethereum. Right? It's a platform where there's many things that can run on top of it, and one of those things that can run on top of it are NFT platforms, right? So these are called dApps, decentralized apps that can run on top of another protocol. And in this case, we're going to go through how would you buy an NFT, and maybe even back it up. How would you even look for an NFT to buy? And then when ready, how would you buy an NFT off of Cardano? So we're all pretty familiar, or at least you may have heard of OpenSea, of things of that nature. Usually has to do with the Ethereum platform. Ethereum is very seamless, and Cardano, at least going through the process of buying an NFT, is not usually the most common. So I want to kind of take you through and kind of see how this goes. All right. So what we're going to do is first things is first, and I want to take the approach that maybe this isn't a long-term hold for you. It could be, but maybe you're looking more for something that does it have value right out the gate. And, if it does spike, can I do something with it? Now, if you want to hold it for the long term, that's all well and good as well. But this is more just how do you see that the NFT project itself is worthwhile out the gate or has potential? And, if you want to kind of flip it, sell it anyways, there's always that possibility that there's more chance of there being buyers for a highly ranked NFT project versus low ranked. So how would we go through this? So first things first, go our good friend Google. You're just going to come in here and you're going to say CNFT Analytics. Okay. Right? And you're going to see CNFT Analytics Home. Now, you're like, well, I don't even remember that. So all you're going to type is Cardano NFT Rankings. And if you scroll down, here we go. CNFT Analytics. And you're just going to click on that. And this is what this is going to do is it's going to show you the top projects by rank, right, in terms of volume. You can do it by volume. Well, it'll show you volume here. One second. So you can do by volume you just with Cardano. So ADA is the token for Cardano. It's its native token. Think of currency on a protocol. But you can also go by just the NFT volume, and the rankings will kind of change, right? So here's the ADA volume. And then you can also see the total sales, right? So what I like to do is, I kind of like to say the NFT volume, kind of check it out, see what's going on. Here's what I kind of do is I go by ADA volume more than NFT volume. I have looked at NFT volumes before, but the ADA volume seems to work a little bit better. And full transparency, I've actually only bought one NFT from here, and I'm going to point that out at the end of which one that is. So let's just see. So ADA volume means how much ADA has been spent or transacted on this particular platform, right, within each NFT project. So the more volume there is, the more activity there is in there, the more likelihood that there's liquidity on for this project, and you can kind of sell it as you please. Now, you may not get what you want out of it, but at least there are buyers out there looking for it. And so you can kind of look through and you can say, well, what's the last 24 hours? It'll show you the volume there. And you can even see by total sales as well. Well, what's the last week? Okay. What's the last month? And then all time. All right. So you can decide what time frame works best for you. Me, typically, I would not do last 24 hours just because something may have dropped, meaning it's been released and it's hot. But that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be any buyers, a week from now, a month from now. So the last week, yeah, I mean, I would use these to verify if the longer term ones are still hot. So if you look here, if we do last month, we've got Boss Cat Rocket Club, which has done quite a bit in terms of volume. And reason why you may have low sales but high volume is each NFT may be worth that much more, right? So there may be less NFTs of it, less sales of it, but the amount it costs to actually purchase an NFT of that project is much more than the rest of them, right? So then you just look at the last month, and then you can look at all time, right? So you pick anything in here. All time's always great. You just want to see where it's at, but you want to make sure that things kind of aren't falling off. They're not like all time they're number 1, but the last month they're number 25 or something like that, right? So and that's where you get to check last week where they are and last 24 hours, are they still rolling? So if we were to go from all time, we just kind of look through here and we look at Boss Cat Rocket Club. And I know I keep clicking on this. And that'll kind of give us like a line chart of the time frame. So all time, and here Boss Cat Rocket Club is number 4, right? Quite a bit of volume, decent amount of sales. So what does it look like for last month? Where is it? Well, it's number 1. Okay, quite a bit of volume, quite a bit of sales. Okay, it's decent sales anyway in comparison. There are some that are which are much more, but the volume is not there, right? So okay, so number 4 all time, number 1 in terms of last month. What about last week? Well, there they are, number 3. Okay, they're still hanging out in the top 5. And then last 24 hours, number 4. So while the sales, again, very low, right? But the volume is quite high, so they're quite expensive. But you can see that you can kind of check the timeline in terms of value or demand for this particular project. So for me, now you don't know what the price is, obviously, from here, but at least you're getting a good idea. Kind of, okay, let me follow a project from its overall sales from its inception to where it is more recent, and you kind of see that timeline. Is it still popular? Is it still going? So okay, you kind of have that in your mind. Boss Cat Rocket Club, that sounds kind of great. And you are going to go over to a site called jpeg.store, okay, and this is the Cardano NFT platform. All right, so it's going to say buy and sell your NFTs instantly, and it's all for Cardano. Okay, now you can browse it, you can view certain collections. It'll tell you what are trending collections. It'll tell you what all collections are, and you can kind of go look through. So you can kind of do this 2 ways, right? You can go from rankings onto the site, or you can go from the site, see what you like, and go back to the rankings and see where it kind of fits. But we've kind of started down this path, so we're going to continue with it. So we looked at Boss Cat Rocket Club, right? That was where we saw right over here, Boss Cat Rocket Club, right? And so we're like, okay, so I kind of know what I want. So where is it here? And now these guys on this NFT marketplace platform is also going to give the total volume. So it's saying what's trending. Well, that's great news. Boss Cat Rocket Club is still trending, right? And you can see the volume, 12 million total volume for that project. So quite a bit, more than the rest of them, well, except for this one here, Space Buds, for total volume. But we're looking here, it's still looking pretty good. It's pretty hot. So you can go in here, and now it's going to give you more detail on the project itself, right? And you can filter things out: prices, low to high, high to low, what's recent, and in terms of buy now, meaning there's no bidding going on. You just buy it straight, whatever the price is, and then you can kind of put in what traits you like if you care to go into that much detail. So here's just going to kind of list out for you what the prices are. So we're looking at about 2,500 ADA, right? So that's, at this point now around $2,500 for one. So that's why you guys can see that while the sales were low, the volume was high because of the amount that you have to pay for one particular one, right? So let's say you wanted this one, you would click on here, and so what this site is going to do, so you find the one that you like, right? You know how much it costs. Okay, fine. Now what's going to happen is up here in your upper right hand corner, they're going to ask you to connect a wallet. And this is going to be very similar to going through, if you have gone through OpenSea and Ethereum, the platform. Anytime you are trying to use a wallet on a platform, it's going to ask you to connect that wallet. Okay, and so the wallet for Cardano is actually called NAMI, N-A-M-I. Okay, so here we are. We know what we want, so we know which project we want. We know which NFT within that project we want. But let's just say we don't have a wallet. Okay, and I do right now, but we're going to go through as if you don't. So again, all you're going to say is NAMI, N-A-M-I wallet. Okay, that's going to pop up for you there. Now this is a browser wallet. All right, so desktop only. And you can use Chrome, Brave, or Edge. This is what it'll all fit on. And all you have to do is you have to just download the Chrome extension or whichever browser you use, their extension. And very, very simple process to go through. Now I have mine right here. Okay. So all you do is the same steps as you would for MetaMask. It's very easy to prompt you through and kind of guide you through. You'll have your private keys that you have to write down. But once you get through the setup process, it's very quick and shouldn't have any issues doing it at all. All right. So now you have your wallet. But you're like, okay, I have my wallet. I know which project I want. I know which one I want. And I've connected it here. But how do I get money to my wallet? Some people may not know what that is, right? You may not know how to do that. So there are a bunch of exchanges you can use. We've gone over on this channel, Crypto.com and Nexo and Celsius. So any of these exchanges, meaning any place that you can buy it. All right. So I'm going to use the Crypto.com exchange as an example. Okay. Now, Crypto.com exchange is separate from the Crypto.com app. So Crypto.com has this, they do these things where there's unique features and unique sites for each feature that they have. And let me break that down. So you kind of have the app. It's an app only. It's where you can where you buy your assets. You can hold them. You can stake them. That's fine. They have their own specific wallet site as well. And they have their exchange wallet, which exchange just means for them is that you can do trading. So you get access to charts. It's more advanced level trading that you can do through them. So they kind of spread it out, and they also have an NFT marketplace, a dedicated site just for that. So they like to split, their features up for whatever reason that they do, maybe just for ease. And so I'm going to pretend like this exchange here is an actual exchange that you could buy and sell off of, like a Nexos, like a Celsius, like Crypto.com app, or any other marketplace. And let's just say that, okay, you've come in here and you've purchased some ADA, right? So you'll see ADA here. Again, that's Cardano's native token. And you're just going to go and buy some, right? So let's just assume that you have some in here. So all you're going to say is you're going to withdraw it. And actually, before I even do this, so you have your NAMI wallet set up, okay? So we're good to go. It's going to show up here in the top of your toolbar. And that end there, you're just going to click on it. And you're going to say receive. Okay, and it's going to come up with a QR code as well as an address here. So you can scan with your phone. For me, I always like just kind of copying it to the clipboard. And then we're going to go back to your exchange, your marketplace where you bought your ADA. And you're going to say withdraw. And I've already kind of gone through this before. But, you're going to, this is all a little bit different just because it's Crypto.com exchange, but anywhere you go, it's going to ask you, okay, you want to withdraw that ADA, right? Where do you want to withdraw it? Where do you want to send it to? Okay, and so you're just going to put in the address here that we found before. You can put your label in. They'll ask you for some security codes, and then you just kind of save the address, or it'll say just send, right? So that's typically how all of them work. All right, so that address, again, is going to come from the NAMI wallet itself. You're going to say receive. You want to send from your exchange to the NAMI wallet. All right, and you know how much to send because the one we picked here was 2,500. Okay, now I'm not going to actually purchase this, but it's giving you the price. All right, and so you're kind of all set up, and you just send it there. You wait it. It only takes a couple minutes, not even that much at all. Okay, depending on the amount that you're sending. Now, here's what's interesting with the NAMI wallet is you have to set up what's called collateral. All right, so it's, you guys can just kind of read through this really quick. It's just kind of something. I've never dealt with that. That's not something I've seen on MetaMask or anything like that. But it is a feature of NAMI. Very minimal amount that is collateral, and you're just going to click the setting yes. That's it. You're just going to turn it on. All right, so if I remove it here, okay, my collateral is removed. Now, if your collateral is removed, you cannot purchase your NFT, okay, from this platform. So you go here, click that little robot, say collateral. It's going to say add collateral in order to interact with smart contracts on Cardano. This is how much it is, 5 ADA. and then it's just going to give you details. The amount is separated from your account balance. You can choose to return it to your balance at any time. All right, so it's just the fee plus this. Enter your password, and you're good to go. I don't. So hopefully I remember my password. Yeah, there we go. So collateral, see, collateral is added. So now if I have the right amount of ADA, and I come in here and I say buy, that's not going to happen because I do not have 2,500 in here. So this will say insufficient funds. But if you had enough, it would just kind of confirm the purchase for you. All right, and then you would go into your wallet, and this is where I'm going to reveal, what I actually purchased. So if you look here on the top NFT projects, there's something called Pavia. So Pavia is a metaverse play within Cardano's piece of land. So on Ethereum based metaverse, you have the two major ones, is Sandbox and Decentraland. So where you actually buy parcels of land. So similar to that, you have Pavia here for Cardano. So that was one that I purchased. And if you look here, if I go into my assets, you will see here, this is Pavia, the details for it, a little description for it, and it's there as one collectible in my wallet. All right, and so your wallet will tell you how much ADA you have, and it'll tell you how many, or show you which assets you have in that particular wallet. Okay, so real quick recap, you're going to come to CNFT Analytics, and you're going to look at whatever you want in terms of positioning for a project. Do you want it by ADA volume? Do you want it by sales? And look at the time periods for them. You want to make sure that there's some consistency in the sales. It's not something happened a long time ago and over the last month or so it's not as popular. Then you're going to go over to jpeg.store, which is Cardano's marketplace. You are going to find that corresponding project, okay? And you are then going to click in that project, and you're going to find the one that you want to purchase. Okay, so you pick one. Now, if you already have it, you can just kind of click up here and it'll say connect your NAMI wallet. You can even do that when you first come to the site itself before even looking. And then with your NAMI wallet, from whatever exchange you have, you want to make sure that you transfer money over from that exchange to the wallet so you have enough funds in there, enough ADA in there. You want to make sure that your NAMI wallet has a collateral portion on. So in here, you want to make sure that the collateral is on. And this will be prompted if you don't have it on. So when you go in to purchase your NFT off of jpeg.store, it'll actually tell you, hey, turn your collateral on before you're allowed to actually interact with the smart contract, meaning you can purchase the NFT itself. And then once you have that, you're just going to go into that project, find the one you want, and just go ahead and say buy, and then just kind of confirm. Okay, guys, I hope that helped out. This is unique in terms of the broad audience. Not too many people are aware of how to buy NFTs off Cardano. If Cardano becomes what it's supposed to be, this is like getting in early on any OpenSea or Ethereum-based projects. Okay, hopefully that helped. Remember, guys, tomorrow never comes. Get in the game, put some skin in the game, dip your toe in, and play around and see what works for you. Have a good one, guys.